What is the street parking vault? What started as the Monday retest workout turned into the weekly vault workout. The vault is a 1 workout a week for 25 weeks series with new workouts each year.
Now the goal of the street parking vault is to help you guys build consistency by completing all 25 vault workouts within a 6-month period.
You can customize the movements in these workouts and choose any variation that fits your abilities.
Your scores and weights do not matter.
The goal is to maintain consistency from week to week.
Remember, you just
Can't
Miss.
All right, so here we go. We're about to tackle Odin. I'm really excited about doing this one. I'm gonna be doing the extra challenge version with the barbell, which is heavier weight and more toes to bar reps. Alongside me, I have Aki knocking out the dumbbell version, and she's also doing the knee tucks, which is going to be 7 reps for that as well. We're excited to knock this one out. Let's see how it goes.
And they are off to the races.
All right, here we go. I'm glad that they both know what the workout is. That's good.
Well, they know what it is. Why don't we tell everybody else what it is,
All
Miranda?
right, so once again, this workout is just 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes.
Oh.
It's a 10-minute AMRAP, as many rounds and reps as possible in 10 minutes of 5 toes to bar, or if you're doing V-ups, you're gonna do 7 V-ups.
Okay,
Of
okay.
course, there's other options as well. You can check the customizations and everything for that. And then you're gonna do 1 Atlas lunge the first time.
Okay.
You're gonna go back and do 5 more toes to bar or 7 more V-ups. Then when you come back to your barbell or dumbbells or sandbag, you're gonna do 2 Atlas
Oh, I
lunges.
see where this is going.
So every time you do the V-ups or the toes to bar, it's 5 or 7, but you're adding 1 Atlas lunge
Got it.
each time. Now we introed the Atlas lunge last year during the open, or during the vault. That was a Freudian slip if we've ever heard one, right? During the vault, we released the Atlas lunge during the Atlas workout, and it's become a favorite of ours here.
Yeah,
in the garage,
I love an
and
Atlas
the coaches
lunge.
for sure.
So what's an Atlas lunge?
An Atlas lunge is on the back rack. So Lungester came first.
Yes.
Lungester was the papa of the Atlas lunge, I guess you could say. But this time you're gonna put the bar on the back if you've got a bar or a sandbag, and it's just a lunge, squat. So no thruster.
Lovely.
Just a
That's
squat.
fantastic.
Yeah. You can go a little bit heavier with the Atlas lunge. You'll notice that the weight for this workout is heavier than if it was programmed with lungers for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So challenge yourself as far as that goes.
I enjoy an Atlas lunge.
I love an
I think
Atlas
they're pretty
lunge.
cool. I think they're pretty cool.
I mean, this is basically a glorified butts and guts session.
Yes, love it. It totally is, isn't it? What's the shift version of this workout?
The shift version of this workout is a 10-minute AMRAP. That's as many rounds and reps as possible in 10 minutes also. So same time of 4 lying leg lifts. You could also do sit-ups, or there's other options for that one. And an unweighted lungester, which is basically an unweighted Atlas lunge.
Perfect.
They're the same movement. Yeah, so just a lunge squat with no weight.
I love it. I love it. What are we expecting them to finish with around? Like, what's the goal for this one?
So this workout was actually programmed by Julian himself. So no matter how much he complains about it, he created this workout. We tested it to see what was possible. And the goal, based on having a bunch of people test it, is somewhere between finishing the 8th through the 11th.
Oh, okay, okay. Solid
So
goal.
I think he said his goal was like in the 9s or 10s.
Okay.
Today. Yeah.
Nice.
Can you tell us about Odin? Because I feel like Odin's a name that a lot of people have heard.
Yeah, Odin's dope.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he is the All-Father. So I don't know if you remember back to the very first one that we did, Ymir. Remember, Odin is the one who kind of like created everything for us. Once things started, there was Odin, Vili and Ve, and they're like the beginning of everything. So
Odin is Thor and Loki's dad, right?
Sort of, yes. Definitely Thor, Loki. There's a whole other backstory to that, but
That guy's complicated.
so complicated. But Odin, he's the oldest, and he's considered the king of the gods. He's associated with battle and death, kingship, sorcery,
Okay.
poetry, and healing. So he sees all, right? He surveys the world from a high seat and sends out ravens as his messengers or eyes, because he's missing an eye. Dude only has the one.
Okay.
So the way it kind of relates to this one, which I found fun, was like the ascending rep scheme. You'll ascend to Odin's high seat. And you'll also
like
need to
that.
be wise like
And
Odin.
you're also going to need to be very strong like Odin to ascend
Yes.
anywhere in this workout.
And you have to be wise and not be tricked by how fast the first few rounds go.
Yeah, so this one is a Peacock's Paradise. I know in the coach's notes they talked about beware of the 10-minute AMRAP
Yes.
with ascending reps, because you end up through the round of like 3s or 4s and you look up and you're like 90 seconds in
Oh, yeah.
and you're like, oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Oh, no.
So tips for this one are obviously don't break up the Atlas lunges too early,
No.
but at some point you're probably going to have to break them a little bit. The toes to bar or V-up reps are very manageable, but even still at some point you might have to break. Just keep the breaks short for any of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking to Aki beforehand, and she's looking to try and find a good spot to rest those dumbbells as she gets into more reps of the Atlas lunge. She said she's gonna play around with a couple, so if you're not using a barbell, definitely play around with where to rest those dumbbells in the Atlas lunge as you get higher in the reps. I think she's still finding that spot.
Yeah, I mean, this workout, it is way more grippy with the dumbbells than if you're doing the dumbbells and hanging from the bar and not doing the V-up option.
Heck yeah.
It's way more grippy than with the barbell, because with the barbell, you can kind of put it on your back and relax your grip a lot.
Yeah.
Same with the sandbag. So just know that going in with the dumbbells, the grip is going to be a much bigger factor on this one. The nice thing about the Atlas lunge, as opposed to like a Lungester as well, is you can, if you're doing the barbell or the sandbag,
Yeah.
again, this doesn't apply as much to the dumbbells, but you can breathe a lot more. Your chest is a lot more open
Yeah.
than if the bar or the sandbag was sitting on your chest.
True,
So find a pace on the Lungesters where maybe you're not going to put it down, but you're controlling your breathing. So just let it rest back there, control your breathing, especially with the barbell. Once you drop that thing, it's hard to pick it back up, and you end
Yeah.
up taking really long breaks, which in a 10-minute AMRAP we don't want. So.
No. I mean, I do want that, but it's not the best idea when it comes to this type of workout.
No, let's see. I'm going to try to figure out what number Julian's on right now, because we're about at the 6-minute mark already
Yeah.
with just us chatting away over here.
I like my part of this workout, the chatting part. That's my favorite part of these vault workouts, if I'm being honest.
Aki seems to have been moving super steady. I like how close she's kept her setup. Sometimes keeping your setup close like that can force you to take shorter breaks also.
Yeah.
Like if your dumbbells are all the way across the room, it's really easy to like, make that walk super slow.
So you figured out my strategy, I see.
I've known your strategy for quite some time.
Oh, weird. My dumbbells are across the garage again.
Oh, those are not his numbers for today. I thought the numbers on the pull-up bar were what he was marking off today, but I think he's just counting in his head.
Yeah, we'll have to pay attention on the next one.
Yeah, we'll see how many. So we're about 6.5 minutes in. They've got about 3.5 minutes left.
What are some, we've talked a little bit about, there's toes to bar, there's knee ups. What are some other options for a toe to bar customization?
Yeah, so I love an alternating V-up.
Yes.
Those are really fun for me. I feel like I have more control, and I actually get like the obliques a little bit more than if I just do a regular V-up. Count his reps.
Got it.
You could do a weighted sit-up if you wanted to.
Okay.
You could do a lying leg lift, so hold like one dumbbell over your chest and like bring your toes up to touch the dumbbell.
I like those a lot, actually.
I like those a lot. We put those in the sandbag version of the workouts a lot. We don't do them so much with the barbell because it's just hard to get the barbell
It
up
really
there.
is.
It takes so long, which especially in a workout like this, you don't want to spend 30 seconds each time trying to get the bar in place.
True.
But then even like, obviously during pregnancy and stuff, I love a kettlebell swing or a ball slam or something like that. You could even do like a windmill if you needed to.
Gotta love a
lots
good
of-
ball slam.
Lots of options when it comes to like core work, for lack of a better term here, on this one.
All right, he is on his 7th right now.
Okay, let's see if he goes for 8. Okay. They've got about 2 minutes left, so this will tell us definitely like which round he's gonna finish in.
That was the 8th one right there.
Okay, so he's gonna definitely finish the 9 Atlas lunges, I would say, but I don't think he will make it to the 10s.
I don't think so either, but you never know. You might just turn on those extra like afterburners, but probably not. Come on, Aki. Going into this, Aki was just saying that she wants to maintain a pace throughout, which I think was a smart choice and looks to me like she's been doing. She said she wanted to start her Atlas lunge at the same pace she finished her Atlas lunges.
Oh, nice, okay.
And it looks to me like she's just crushing that.
Atlas lunge is one of those movements where each rep just takes so long.
Oh yeah.
Where you look at like, oh, it's just, I only have 6, but that could take a minute.
Yeah,
you know, so
100%.
Just trying to, again, find your breathing and not break those as much as possible. I would say the group that'll have to break the most, again, is that dumbbell group. Don't be afraid to do your Atlas lunges with a single dumbbell held at the chest like a goblet if you need to, so that you can make the goal. Or go with the unweighted version, either with shift or the regular version. Either of those are fine.
And if someone's looking for an in-between, say they want to do something a little bit more challenging than the shift, but a little less than A, they could probably do a goblet lungester, right, instead of unweighted?
Absolutely, yeah. In the shift version, yeah. They could either do, add a little weight to the unweighted lungester in that version, or go unweighted lungesters in the regular version.
Right. So mix and match, guys. Make it work for you.
They've
this
got about
one,
20 seconds left.
It's only 10 minutes, but if you see Julian's sweat just dripping off his face, it is going to be challenging.
So he just finished the 9s. I don't think he's gonna have time to get 1 rep of the 10s. They've got about 5 seconds left. Again, he did this to himself.
He sure did. Deserved it. And that is
And
time. Good job, Aki. Aki was about to pop out one more. So, we just saw them. Do you have any tips from watching that you think someone should implement for Odin?
My biggest tips, again, are just if you're doing the barbell especially, but even the barbell and the sandbag, try not to break and put your weight down during the Atlas lunges. I wouldn't say the same thing to the dumbbell people because it is more grippy, but keep those breaks short. Do exactly what Aki did and keep your equipment close to each other so that the breaks stay short. And don't get overconfident just because you got through the round of 4s in under 2 minutes.
Got it. All right, let's see what Julian has to say, having just finished this workout, for tips on Odin.
Wow, so that did not disappoint. The toaster bar, as I said in the tips in the demo, is just busy work. So there was times where I really just liked breaking up, so I spent a little bit longer time recovering before I went back to the Atlas lunge, because the goal is to not set the weight down once it's on your back. That's the advantage you have with the barbell and the sandbag. That's a different story with dumbbells. The dumbbells, I think it would get tough to hold that front rack position, but you can just set it down and pick it up a little quicker. With this, it's gonna be a mental grind. When you get to the 6, 7 plus, that's when it really just becomes mental. You just have to chip away. I said it again in the video demo, focus on your breathing. Focus on driving, really using the glutes for the lunge, because if not, it's gonna start collapsing and many of you guys are gonna start doing like sloppy lunges. Breathe at the top of every single rep before you go into the next one. That helped me keep moving. I think I actually did better this time around than when I tested it. 1, I knew what I was getting into, and 2, the breathing part and staying in control and composed was the most important thing. So strong lunges, chip away at the reps for the Atlas lunge, break up the toaster bar so you have that moment to recover. Again, once the barbell's in the back rack position, I don't think you should set it down. Just keep moving. Pause at the top, breathe, and just chip away, okay? Have fun with Odin. We'll check in with you guys later. Welcome to week 5 of the 2022 vault. Today's vault workout is Odin. Odin is a 10-minute AMRAP of 5 toes to bar or 7 V-ups, followed by 1 Atlas lunge. You will increase the Atlas lunge by 1 rep as you guys progress every single round. Now your score for this workout will be your total rounds and reps, and a good goal to shoot for is somewhere in between 8 to 11 rounds. Now here are my tips for this version. When it comes to the toes to bar, I think those should be knocked out in 1 to 2 sets at the most. Anything more than that, I would suggest that you guys maybe hit the V-ups, so that way you guys can get somewhere in that goal range that we have provided for you. Now, the beautiful thing about using the barbell for the Atlas lunges is that it gets to hang out on your back. The one thing that I do want you guys to focus on is your breathing. Slow it down a little bit, because even though it's resting on your back, if you end up rushing through this movement, one, it can get extremely sloppy, because we want you guys to focus on standing up after every single lunge and hit full depth on that squat, or as best as possible, right? Take a deep breath after every single part of the movement. That way you're moving efficiently through this workout. It's 10 minutes, so it's gonna fly by pretty fast. It's gonna seem like that, especially in the first 1 to 2 minutes. You're gonna get to around 4 and 5, but that's when it starts to get really sticky. So focus on your breathing from the get-go of this workout so you can close it out nice and strong. To view detailed demos of the movements in today's workout, as well as any of the customizations, make sure you guys visit my.streetparking.com. Welcome to week 5 of the 2022 vault. Today's vault workout is Odin. Your shift workout for Odin is a 10-minute AMRAP of 14 lying leg lifts, followed by 7 unweighted lungesters. Your score for this workout will be your total rounds and reps, and a good goal to shoot for is somewhere in between 5 to 7 rounds. Now here are my tips for this workout, and they're gonna be mostly focused on the lying leg lifts. Now that section there, make sure you guys are focusing on good quality form and take your time on this, okay? We don't want you to get sloppy on this movement here. So if you need to break it up into sections, feel free to do so. When you guys get to the unweighted lungesters, that's when you can choose to pick up pace a little bit and get some kind of momentum going. That way you guys end up hitting that goal that we have provided for you. To view detailed demos of the movements in today's workout, as well as any of the customizations, make sure you guys visit my.streetparking.com.